Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Crackle on the Beat, with myself, Vicky, where I'm going to be obsessing and addressing all things music. So if that's your kind of thing, then hit subscribe, like, share, all that jazz, and we'll get into it. So today I'm going to be dissecting the brand spanking new, high energy, sparkling, summer crazed and razor sharp Jungle Journey album Incognito Rhythm by 4am Crew. Incognito Rhythm was released on 12th of September this year, so it's still flying through everybody's headphones and speakers, and is bathing everyone in some early autumn jungle madness. I know it is with me for sure. Admittedly, I hadn't listened to 4am Crew as much before this album, but being a real junglist, I just had to dive deep into Incognito Rhythm. It found me. I didn't find it, it found me, and I'm just so grateful that it did. Real junglist. It says so here on my t-shirt. So the DJ producer duo from Tottenham left all partygoers and ravers with a taste for jungle at the beginning of the album, starving by the middle, and completely well fed by the end, with some delicious and hearty jungle bass lines and energetic percussion. Incognito Rhythm is absolutely, without a doubt, the best jungle album this year, if not for a very, very long time. Incognito Rhythm consists of 20 whole tracks accumulating to 1 hour and 2 minutes of jungle gyration, skippy energetic dance passion, and I am, however, as usual, only going to be honing in on a few selected tracks throughout this album. So the first track I'm going to be talking about is The Deepest Darkest Jungle. This is probably one of my favourite tracks on the album. With a progressive and very percussive classic jungle bass line, this track does everything it can to make you feel like you're really at one with nature. It really puts jungle in the name, you know, with its bohemian flute instrumentals and euphoric and wondrous melody, as well as energetic and something every raver can get down to. It's just amazing. I absolutely love this tune so much. It's smooth and light and airy. Yeah, it's sprinkled with so much spice. I actually got to see 4am Crew perform some of these tracks before they even came out at Reading Fest. And although I'd heard of 4am Crew, I hadn't really, like I said, delved into them that much up until now. And little did I know that the tracks that were playing were going to be out on this fantastic new album. Here's what happened when I captured them at Reading Fest and they dropped Deepest Darkest Jungle. Check it that I'm going to talk about is Fire Is Our Friend. So this track gets a little more confrontational, a little bit darker, and at times it gives the track an essence of what I would compare to the Prodigy's Music for a Jilted Generation album. I don't know why, but I can just feel the influence of that album within this track. This one is skippier and it's definitely not as euphoric as the previous track mentioned. Perhaps a little more tribal, burning flames, and a concentrated and complex breakbeats that are just broken down into little pieces. It definitely sucks you into their darker corners. It's short and sweet, but it leaves you with a burn scar for sure. So the next track is Pianos Raining Down. I love this track because it gives that housey, jungle, lyrical, unifying element. It's recognisable to everyone in a rave. I can picture this song being the one that, you know, gets everyone kind of singing together for like a short moment. However, the jungle drops and the breakdowns it has screams like, I'm here now. It's kind of like, you know, like I said, this is the most unifying one I would picture it being. You know, it's got some really full bass lines, quite hearty, a lot less choppy and tribal. Yeah, this Piano's Raining Down definitely is definitely more of a one size fits all kind of track. In this album. About this album is that it offers such a wide range of jungle variations. You know, 4am Crew do really well to represent the essence of jungle in its many forms, because jungle music has evolved so much over the years, just like many genres. But you know, jungle has lots of different avenues, you know, whether it be airy and melodic, housey, dancey, unifying, tribal, complex, confrontational, old school or new school. It really seems to capture all of those elements throughout, and I think it's really good when an album tends to capture the sort of the different shapes and sizes of the music that they're trying to show, rather than just making it sort of very samey. Perfect example was Chase and Status's What Came Before album. There's so many elements of dance music, drum and bass, and just rave music in general in so many different characters and forms and sounds that could appeal to everyone. And I think this album is very similar with that sort of dynamic. Just linking to what I was saying, you know, whilst with this album, with Incognito Rhythm, you know, whilst it's capturing the evolution of jungle from its original reggae sound system roots, it also captures the sort of gritty London dance music scene with a very British attitude as well. And they just fit together like puzzle pieces, and it's brilliant. Absolutely amazing album. So the next track I'm going to talk about is Real Low. The best way to describe Real Low is that it's generally a real knee slapper. I hate to say it, but it kind of feels like it has this galloping country vibe to it in some kind of way. I don't know, that's just what I took from it. This is the track I would like imagine you'd put on when you can see, I mean, like if you're a DJ, the sort of track that you'd put on when you can see that the crowd needs like a bit of a slap in the face, you know, metaphorically speaking. Again, yeah, here's how it went at Reading Fest. I got some footage for it. Check it out. Okay. This next track, yeah, definitely one of the most recognisable. It's called Just Saw Johnny. What I think special and significant about Just Saw Johnny is its humorous element and the sort of British monologue that's inserted in there. It's a sampled voice note of a sort of southern London British girl gossiping about Johnny and how much of a twat he is. And it's just been turned into a jungle tune, which I think is just absolutely iconic. Yeah, so this one is memorable and choppy. It gets everyone giggling in the rave. It's something that seems so quintessentially British, with the combination of accents and phrasing and just overall sound in general. Yeah, Just Saw Johnny. Top notch. So another one I thought I should mention, because it's very relevant to the year that the album came out, is Horns for 2024. This one isn't particularly my 100% favourite, but I do like it in the sense because, again, because of its memorable and repetitive hook and bass line. I think one of the best things about this jungle album, in comparison to some other jungle albums that might have come out recently, or in recent years, is that because of its memorable and recognisable phrasings, monologues, hooks and beats, there's just something so signature, so signature about their sound and what they do. Like the humour and this little sort of jungle club that they've got going on, it's just phenomenal. I mean, I know 4am Crew isn't just about jungle music. They do sort of variations of all sorts of drum and bass and dance music, but yeah, I think they've really put a stamp on jungle being their signature sound with this one. Is just amazing. You know, sometimes it can be hard to make dance music memorable when some beats can just sort of morph into one, but this album has such a clear-cut difference between the tracks. Okay, so the last track that I'm going to discuss is What. Of course, there are so many likeable tracks throughout this 20-track album, but I've merely just picked some of my favourites, or at least the ones that I felt were worth mentioning due to their distinctions. And the last track, like I said, is What. From what I have observed, this track seems to be a particular fan favourite amongst its fan base, including mine. This is definitely up there. Like, if I had to pick top 3 favourites from the album, this is definitely one of them. And, you know, I left this one till last because I do truly believe that this is the best. The depth and fullness of the breakbeat in this literally makes you want to just bang your fist on the table, or maybe even headbutt a wall, metaphorically speaking. I don't know. Honestly, I personally never thought I would come across a jungle track that would make me go as crazy as this one does. There's a few out there that make me get wild, but this one is just every time undeniable. I don't particularly have anything professional to say about this one other than that it is just absolutely mental. I believe jungle music has the power to cure fatigue, lethargy and depression more than any other dance genre out there. I truly believe that. Jungle music, it has so much soul, which I love all dance music. I'm a huge dance music fan, but jungle music has so much soul, you know, more than house, more than drum and bass. Then absolutely, I know I'm probably people are going to come for me. I love them both, but I really do believe this, you know, more than absolutely anything. And this track, What, is a real example of that. You just need to go and check it out for yourself. So all in all, 4am Crew has birthed a truly successful, impactful, memorable, digestible and delicious piece of jungle magic this year that I personally am truly grateful for. You know, jungle music has evolved over and over again throughout the years, and at some moments I think Incognito rhythm captures all of that evolution. They really have put their stamp on the hybrid British jungle dance scene this year, wrapped and delivered neatly with a bow that has been absolutely torn open by its listeners. So to all my other junglists out there, get your hands on this absolute masterpiece if you haven't already. It is so worth it. Yeah. So there we have it, 4am Crew, Incognito Rhythm. That's a wrap. So did you love it? Was it not your kind of thing? Let me know in the comments and let me know what you want me to review next. And until next time, peace.